So good morning everybody and welcome to the 6th round of the EnduroGP 2024 season. We are in Great Britain and we're going to give you some highlights about this race. As usually, Friday we make the super test and this time we'll start at 6 p.m. So the first rider, which is going to be an open rider, should be on the starting ramp at exactly 6 p.m. Okay? We will give it as normal, so we will start with the open, then the woman, then the youth, junior and the GP by the reverse order of the standings of the championship. Also, we will give 1 hour to do it, so it means that you start from the ramp, you go to the super test, make the super test, return to the paddock, and when you are returning to the paddock, you are free to make your service, and for sure you are also free to enter earlier on the last time check. The last time check for the super test and for all the days will be a tent on the right side of the starting ramp. Okay, so this is the final of the lap, the final TC of the day and of the lap. Please make sure that you will follow the corridors, the right corridors, when you are going to the super test and when you are coming back from the super test. The paddock is big. They will have some fences and they will have some tapes, so all the riders should follow the corridors and get on the service. For tomorrow and for Sunday, race will start at 9 o'clock, both days. We will start, the order will be GP, the juniors, the youth, women, open, and then the nationals. We will have 2 riders per minute and we will have a gap of 5 minutes between each class. Pay attention because on this race we will have 2 different things. The first lap we will have an extra special test, which means that the GP, the woman, the junior, the youth will make 10 special tests in total of the day, and on the second and the third lap, the first cross test that we're going to do, it will be supreme, which means that on the second and the third lap you will have only enduro, extreme and cross test. The woman, as usually, will do also 3 laps like the GP, junior and youth on the first day, and on Sunday they are going to do only 2 laps. Open class and national will do 2 laps on both days, Saturday and Sunday. Mauricio will explain afterwards the diagram of the race, but the woman and the open class will have extra time in some time checks. The pre-finish, pay attention because the pre-finish is not a big space. So immediately when you finish the cross test for the open and the nationals on the second lap, for all the others on the third lap, you will find the pre-finish on the right side. Is a lane with 11 meters and that will going to be our pre-finish for Saturday. Remember, always the finish is near the starting ramp, so be careful about that. Make the finish before you go to the Parc Fermé, please. I will ask you again, special attention on the circulation of the paddock. Follow the corridors. People will be, we are expecting a lot of people on the paddock also, so follow the corridors for the bikes. To finalize, the race has only 1 service in the paddock and we have a gas point on time check number 1. So people that wants to have the fuel on the time check number 1 should deliver the cans, the fuel cans, Saturday and Sunday between 7:30 to 8:30 near the promoter stand. The organizer will have a trailer. You just put your fuel can on the trailer and they will carry to the time check number 1. Another special attention is concerning the time check number 2. It's completely forbidden, I will repeat, it's completely forbidden in bike or in car to arrive to the time check number 2. The followers will have a special route to go till the end of time check number 3. Okay, so we are talking about the time check. Nobody can go to the start, but you are allowed by bike to go to the finish, which is the thing that interests to you. So behave. We will have a special track. You will drive with the riders for a short period. So behave. If not, we will cancel it, and on the second day you will not gonna have access to the time check number 3. Okay. Hope that everybody enjoys this return to the UK. At the moment, everything looks really good. We have good weather, so enjoy the race and take care. Thank you very much.
So hello, I will explain you some details of the race. So the main things are that from the start at the paddock, riders go directly to the cross test, passing through the super test just for warm up a bit. So it means that after the start, 3-4 minutes, you will arrive to the start of the cross test. I ride the cross test is around 7 minutes long, and after the cross test, you pass just beside all the parking places by the grass, by a corridor well signalized, and you will arrive at the enduro test after around 30 minutes of riding into the forest, except the first part out of here that you have 1 kilometer of asphalt. That, pay attention, is in double way for the track of the race. So it means that when you go and back from the off-road part, let's say, you have a double way on the tarmac road. So start, cross test, after 30 minutes, enduro test. After the enduro test, you have a time check with a refueling point, only refueling, no service. I suppose that you will arrive there with 5 minutes for have a rest and refuel your bike. After the time check, you have around 20 minutes after the time check, you will back and go to the extreme test that you see is just in front of the enduro test. Extreme test, I ride it in 3 minutes. After the extreme test, you go to the time check 2, that is the start of the tight one. From extreme test to time check 2 is 11 minutes, is easy gravel road, and I suppose that you have 2-3 minutes for have a rest just before the tight section. The tight section is around 15 minutes. You will see it on the time schedule that will be published in the afternoon after the admin and technical control. Is around 15 minutes, is 8.5 kilometers, it's quite fast, funny to ride, nothing really difficult. And you will have more time on the first lap, and it will be reduced on second and third, but you will see on the time schedule. From time check 3, the end of the tight one, where is only there is allowed for the follower to go, not on the start of the tight section. From the time check 3 to the cross test is 13 minutes. Also there is we have easy gravel road, nothing very technical. Cross test. After the cross test, 1 minute, as you see, is 200 meters. You will arrive to the service. I suppose 10 minutes for the service at the paddock. And after the service on the first lap, you will start again for the second lap, and you will not go through the cross test, but you go to take the transport directly to the enduro test. This for the second and third lap. It means that you will have always the cross test in the end of the lap, except just after the start that you will go on the cross. The extra special test is in the end start of the race.
First lap.
There is no deviation for a woman and open. There is not preview any deviation, but I will give you some time more in some of the time checks. It means that you will have the same road, but extra time to have more rest. Remember, keep in mind for the not UK riders, keep left.
Always.
Because it's very unusual for us, for me also that I'm not from UK, that when you from off-road you arrive to the asphalt, and pay attention, you have to take a look on the right and keep the left when you take the asphalt road. There is not so many asphalt road. The main one is just here after when you go out from the paddock and after the service. This is the main one. You have another one after the extreme test, but is is not a big road, it's just a road in between the farms. And even in the gravel road, that most of them are closer to the traffic road, but keep the left anyway for safety reasons. And that's it. Have a good race. See you tonight.
Live briefing will be at 4:30 here on the Polysport tent. So feel free to come. Then we can ask some questions if you have any doubts. Okay? Thank you very much.